That just has to be always a focal point, is thinking about the consumer when you build your website. Don't build it for the dealer, build it for them.
This is the Healey Brothers Show.
All right, so we're here on an episode of our podcast, Healey Brothers Show, and we're just going to go over some of the tools that are on our website that are available to consumers to make their experience as simple and hassle-free and just easy as possible. All the tools are there for the consumers. So we'll start off with service, and we can go right into our service section on our website, which should be the first one that pops up when you scroll down underneath when you want to select, like if you're looking at a used car. It'll be the first one that pops down, and it's called Service Center. And then obviously the first thing is going to be the best part, which I would say is how to schedule service with it. If you just want to talk about the process of how they go through scheduling service and what makes it so beneficial to them. Yeah, so first off, our websites are built, especially our main website, HealeyBrothers.com, is for the consumer experience. It's to make it easy to communicate with us, find what they're looking for, whether it's service, sales, see what's going on in our community, just learning about a vehicle, learning about a service, purchasing online. So it's all built around consumer experience, because even though the customer comes into the dealership, we still have to have a very high-end customer experience that's tailored to each person. And so they enjoy looking for the car, and it's easy. You don't want it too complicated, whether to make a service appointment or too complicated to find a car and reserve a car or buy a car. It's simple is better when we're building these, and we test out different things. And that just has to be always a focal point, is thinking about the consumer when you build your website. Don't build it for the dealer, build it for them. They want to be able to chat with you, they can. They want to be able to text with you, they can. They want to email you, they want to call you. You have to be there at every single point of it and help them along the way, because it's there for them, not for the dealer. I think one thing is some, not just in auto industry, they build it for them to optimize profits or give them so many options that it almost confuses the customer on what to do. So let's just start with that. So a big part of it is it's about the customer. That's why you build these websites, and to funnel them there, obviously with marketing, but it has to be very appropriate, I guess is maybe not the right word, but so they're being driven to places where they want to if they see the marketing whatsoever, or just come there directly or organically.
You know, that's a great way to put it. And we'll touch on like the sales tools, like when you said, touch on those after service. I understand.
Yeah. So for service, it's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, more in the 21st century, you know, the auto industry lags a little bit. So service, you just go on our website or go on one of we call them the factory sites. So that's like, say, for the Hyundai store has to have their own Hyundai branded website.
It's scheduled for any store.
Yes. So the main site, you can go into your service center, you click the drop down, you choose your location, and then you can put in what you need service for. A lot of customers do put service, but then they tend to call us because they say, oh, I do have another concern, not just oil change. I'm hearing I have a little shaker for alignment today.
Some of it might be a lot to type.
Yeah, they want to ask some questions like, hey, how do I put this in, or kind of thing, or they chat with us to ask. So we do have that, but it's very simple. You find your time slot, your appointment, just like you would do anything else online, like kind of like restaurant. A little more complicated because it's a vehicle.
Honestly, very similar to some.
But it's pretty easy. And like you said, we're always there to support and help you make the appointment as well. Like you can always chat with us.
So if you want to make it to save you a little bit of time, you can like select it if you're a returning customer, and then a lot of your information is already built into there, so it's a little less to type in and fill out.
You just figure your phone number or VIN in there if you're already in there, and then everyone knows their VIN. But if your customer profile is in there, because it's connected with our digital management, our DMS, so all your information just comes right up. It makes it super easy. You'll see your car, and then you go the steps and then call the show up for your appointment.
And on there, because you know everyone has like their person that they go see, you can even select which advisor you want to see at the location. So if you're used to seeing Alex at Gibson Chevrolet, like you can go see Alex. If you're usually seeing Matt Gaynor, you can go see that. Like whoever you're used to, you can select them on there. So it's a great tool. It's simple.
Yeah, and also if you forget your advisor, like I forget people I go see, and you could also put in there and just ask, like, hey, I usually see, look up your information. It'll be posted right in there.
Yeah, right in your profile.
So there's really nothing to worry about. It's very stress-free, and I know like sometimes scheduling the car, you don't know what's wrong with it, but we're here to help you and support you the whole way. And that's just part of our digital experience, and then that leads into the store experience. So it has to all mesh.
Mm-hmm. I think the next tool you can talk about is like the prepaid maintenance plans that are on there. It used to just be viewing the maintenance plans, but I know we recently added that you're able to purchase them online now.
Yeah.
So I don't even know the exact process from the purchase them online. So if you want to talk about the process.
So this is brand new. This is a long time coming. We were trying to build our own, but it just a little bit difficult when you just partner with great companies like Shopify, who's got phenomenal tech, makes it easy. You just implement your products and away you go. So we partnered with Shopify. If you go on our website right now, it's just on our group site, HealeyBrothers.com. You will see all our prepaid maintenance programs. So that's a Healey prepaid maintenance program. Just a little background. It's with BG products. It comes with a warranty if you use it for every service. Every single level has different coupons. We have synthetic books, diesel books. We have ones with 10 coupons. They come with
6 and 10.
Yeah, they come with car washes. They come with tire discounts. They come with accessory discounts. So there's also other perks when you buy this. And plus you're saving money the more you buy. Another cool part a lot of people always forget is you can use it on any car in your household. You can use it at any one of our locations. Every single location will accept it. So it's like a win-win. So if you live in Newburgh, but you like going to Ford to buy your vehicles, you love Ford product, just stop at our Kia store. You can just schedule an appointment. We'll make sure we have the right stuff for you, and you get service right there. So it's a great product. It's great for families. It's great for people. It's a great value, and plus on top of it, you're getting the BG warranty if you're using the additives every service, which is like a no-brainer. Like what's a little bit extra? Nothing better than all extra coverage. So back to the buying. It's the same. You'd see where the prepaid maintenance is. Right now, there's a drop down under service. You can just hit buy. It says buy prepaid maintenance. You go there, you click the service you want. There's some details. There's some FAQs. So if you don't know if you're synthetic or full synthetic, we give you some examples. Again, you can always chat or call with us. It's very easy.
Those questions.
It's like shopping at Amazon. You click it, you choose it. You go online, you see your savings and all that. You purchase. We take it on the back end. We see say John Smith bought it. Our team will then send out your card, and you have your card and it's locked into your account. And then every time you go to service, we know, hey, John Smith, you have the blue book or whatever book you purchased. So
if you buy it in person, you get a card.
Yep, you get a card.
Do they get that when they buy it online, or is it just...
Yeah. So we will ship you the card. And then it's, like I said, it's brand new. So we'll ship you the card. You're good to go. If you ever have any questions, you always call. We can always check because it goes into our system. We document it, what car, what vehicle. And no matter we put it under vehicle, you can still use it, obviously, for your other vehicles. Say your daughter or your son or your mother or grandmother needs a service. We'll take care of it. We'll honor it, and we'll mark it in your
So I think you mentioned to us about, is it going to be added to one of our social media pages to be able to purchase it?
Yes. So Shopify has all these great hooks and integrations. So it'll be on Instagram. It's taking a little time. That's not done yet, but future, it's coming. TikTok, it'll be connected to as well. We're going to try to connect to as many as we can, so it's easier for the consumer to go and purchase, and it's a couple clicks away from getting your service instead of sometimes if you forget, or hey, you want to buy it for the holidays, which is another big one for us. Like people like to buy it for their kids. They don't have to worry about when they go away from school and they're coming back and they're local. They don't have to worry about the kids. They just go in and it's already paid for. So that definitely helps out the children a lot, and it also makes the parents feel good if they're getting a very, very high-end service and with those additives and the vehicles being maintained, which is most important. Just like your body, your vehicle has to be maintained. You can't do anything without a vehicle, and especially in our areas. So,
yeah, some of the maintaining with it, like you said, when you compare it to your body, just touch on like those BG additives a little bit, like exactly what they are. There's really two important ones. One goes in your fuel, and one goes in your engine.
Yeah.
The one in your engine cleans out like carbon buildup or anything that's built up within your cylinders and everything like that. And then the other one that goes into your fuel, that helps, it cleans out like your injector.
Yeah, because
fuel
not all fuel is the same. So
yeah, so the engine one helps maintain the longevity of your engine by cleaning out the carbon, and the one that goes in your fuel helps you get better fuel mileage and stops your...
Yeah, it helps with efficiency. That's a big point too. So that's another thing I forget sometimes. It helps with efficiency. So because as your car gets older, it gets dirtier, so you cause more emissions. So it's cleaning it out. And like I said, when bad stuff happens, PG comes to the rescue. We partner with them. They add extra warranty and all that good stuff. So even 100,000 miles, they're coming up and fixing engines, helping you fix them. So as long as you use them, it's a win. And plus, free car wash, discounts on tires, like it's a no-brainer.
Can't beat it. So those are really the two big things for our tools on our service portion of it.
Mm-hmm.
So then right below service center, the next one is labeled sell your car.
Yeah.
And you'll see the KBB logo in the background. So what that is filling out a Kelley Blue Book instant cash offer, if you want to touch on exactly what that is and what it does.
Yeah, so and also all our websites you can sell your vehicle through. We're referring to our main website, HealeyBrothers.com, which is our pride and joy, our most traffic visited site. We brand it with all our marketing, and it's a one-stop shop, I guess you can call it, for our area and the Healey Brothers family and community. So for sell your car, it's very simple. Like it says, it takes you 3 to 5 minutes. You're good at it. You just put your vehicle's information, pops up with the instant cash offer. You put in it. Sometimes the vehicle's very, very high mileage, a rare car, or something like that. It won't give you a value. It'll send it to us, and then we reach out to you. But after you filled it out, 90% of the time you'll get a value from Kelley Blue Book, which is like the most trusted, value-driven product out there because you use the man-nine reports and all that stuff. So it gets a pretty accurate value. It gives you top, and then we give you top dollar. You come in, or sometimes we even come to you. We'll cut you a check right on the spot. And you don't have to buy a car or anything from us. So it's another great piece where you can also just check the value of your vehicle. Like when people are trying to trade their vehicle and they just use KBP and check it, you don't have to sell it to us or anything like that. Just check and make sure you're on. If you want to trade it in, if you have equity in your vehicle and all that. So
yeah, and you'll get a phone call on it. You've seen it all that to go over. Do you really want to sell it? Were you just trying to get the value of your car? Like, what were you really?
Yeah, we'll text you too if you're at work or something like that. You want to text, email you, whatever's easier for you. We'll communicate with you that way, and we just make it simple. But yeah, it's a great tool just to find out the value of your car. I mean, you need to know every now and then. I check the value of stuff all the time. So
sometimes it's a good thing. Sometimes you're a little upset.
Yeah. And the best part is it's backed by a third party. That's like I would say one of the most trusted brands in the automotive industry is Kelley Blue Book.
Yeah, no, definitely. So I think the next one that kind of goes hand in hand. We're gonna stick on the sales portion of it. Is within that same section, like below. I don't remember exactly. I think it's the next one on the main website. Is reserve online.
So this is our pride to it. We started this years and years ago. We're actually at a NADA 20 group. And we're like, hey, we have to do something so someone can reserve a car, feel peace of mind, not have to rush to the store and have that good customer experience. Like, oh, I reserved this on Wednesday. You know what? I'm off Friday or whatever it is. And so this product, you just go on our website, you put your information in, and then we reserve your car for 72 hours. So did I say 48 before? I meant 72. So 72, we reserve it now. So you click in, you put your information, the vehicle you want, and it'll automatically populate. And then we reserve your car for 72 hours from when you made that point. So, and we will not sell it. It's in our DNA. We'll not sell it. We will if we have, say it's a hot vehicle or low mileage vehicle, used car that's a hot product or something like that. We will, or a rare car that comes in that people want. We tend to talk to people, but we'll let you know, be like, hey, there's another customer on it. But this vehicle is yours. So get here when you get here. If you can come in earlier, that'd be great, just so you could see it and drive it. We tell the customer, hey, this vehicle is reserved now by our other client, and we'll let you know if it doesn't work out. The customer might be able to come in today, and we'll let you know. So, but that vehicle is yours, reserved for that time being, and we don't sell it. We hold on to it, and just that extra experience and that, oh my God, like I don't have to rush around. Obviously, you can't go and reserve 30 cars on the website. Like we're gonna know that. So you can't go reserve every Escape. Like, oh, I'm not sure what color Escape I want. Find the one you like. We'll reach out to you if you can come see it or stop by after and drive our lots to see what you really like. That's always good too. Or like I said, we have 24-hour chat. You can chat with us and say, hey, and go through the month. So
it's a curiosity because our sales is closed on Sundays. Unless it's like a special day or anything. Does the 72 hours count a Sunday since it's not technically a business day, or? Oh no, it's 72 hours. It's the 3 days that does count. We are lenient. But we'll call you, and most of the time the customers are they know they're like, oh, actually I can make it Monday night. I don't have to come in Tuesday. I can make some time to come see it. So we work with the customer. I mean, if they can't, we'll hold the vehicle. But it's really just to give that experience of, hey, we're here for you. We know life gets crazy. We know work's crazy. But now you can get the car you want, have a little time, and then come see it and drive it and test it, feel it, smell it, all that good stuff that comes into the car buying experience. And
We just want to give you that peace of mind, so you don't have to feel like, oh my God, I have to buy this car right now. I think that's the old way of doing it, but we do reach out to you, and if you can come in early, that's phenomenal. If you can't, we understand. It's okay. It's okay.
Peace of mind is definitely a large portion of all those tools.
Oh, 1,000%
portion of it.
Peace of mind is crucial in the car buying experience. It can be very stressful because they're expensive. Vehicles are expensive. We always say the second biggest experience. So anything we can do to ease your mind, I think it's crucial in the buying experience.
Yeah, I think you said second biggest experience. I think you meant
purchase. Second biggest
purchase.
Second biggest purchase in your life is a vehicle for most Americans, and we want to give you that peace of mind and that ease. Like, hey, it's gonna be okay. We're here to help you along the process and make it so joyful and happy that you're gonna enjoy that new ride. And it's backed by Healey Brothers.
Yeah. And just to let people know, the car market has come down a little bit. So
yes,
they're still expensive, but it has come down a little bit. So if you were a little pushed back from buying your car as of last year, it's a little bit better time to buy them now.
Yeah, so
I was reading an article the other day, I don't remember what the exact percentage was, but the average percentage.
Yeah, it's coming down a lot, and it's beneficial. And I don't want to put a cherry on top, but I mean the rates are stabilizing. They're not going higher. They're still high for the last 5 years.
The report said they should stay safe.
And then hopefully we see a couple of rate cuts so we can bring it down. But like I said, people are all panicked by rates, but these factories are going above and beyond. And some factories coming out with 0% for 60 months.
Yeah, they're finding ways to
add 3.9% on certain vehicles. So there are competitive rates out there. The prices are stabilizing. It's becoming a buying world where people can get the car they want for the right value and getting a payment that makes sense. Yeah. So that's we're happy it's happening, and it's also just better for the consumer. So.
Mm-hmm. Now, so the next tool, this is something I didn't realize we even had now.
Yeah, I'm guessing there's just
Dealer 700?
Yes, no. So this is a brand new tool we actually just released, and we're implementing it, and it's live on the site. It's with this company called 700 Credit. So this is a pretty cool company. You don't have to worry about the long credit applications now, and you can kind of get your buying power. We're calling, so a consumer can come and go on our website and in seconds get their credit score. And we use Experience, so it's a high-end bureau that gives you where you're at, and the consumer can get their buying power. They know where they stand, and they know what kind of vehicles they can afford. They can play with their tools and now put their credit in a little more accurately. And the experience is it's stress-free too. It doesn't affect your credit. You don't need your date of birth. Don't need your social security number. It takes a few seconds to do. You can do it as many times as you like, and then we get your information. We help you find the right vehicle that fits you and fits the payment that works for you and your family. So it's probably one of the best things we added. I mean, we've had some great experience. Customers are like, oh, it's easy. I didn't know. Our employees are helping customers like, hey, instead of doing a full credit app, you can go on the website, do this in seconds, and kind of know where you stand before we get going.
Yeah, when you told me about them, probably one of the best parts of it is it does not affect your credit.
Yeah.
I don't know. So you can get the answers you need.
Doesn't cost you money, and nothing, and it's Experience. It's not like some bureaus are a little different, but Experience, a very solid one, gives you it's pretty accurate, and we go from there and we work with it, and it gives the customer perception of where they actually can be and feel safe about their investment they're making.
Yeah, and I think it was pretty simple to see where it is.
Yeah. So we're not sure if we're going to go with it. It's on all our websites, not just HealeyBrothers.com. We're also adding some more SEO for it. So we're adding a better page so you explain it more, but it's pretty self-explanatory. We'll have some bullet points, and there's a video to watch on how it works. So those are great things to use. It's blinking right now and says no SSN, no DOB, pre-qualified. But that's really what it is. It's just pre-qualifying and giving you and finding out your buying power. It's giving you the peace of mind of, hey, I can go afford this. Hey, this is not my budget, but this is in my budget.
You can either do it before you come in or when you're sitting down with their seller.
Yeah, you can do it the day before. You can do it the next day, and we're there to talk you through it too. Like, hey, this is what we think. This is where you'll be with, and these vehicles that fit your needs and also fit your budget. So it's a new product. We just released it last week. It's me on the website. Like I said, we don't know if we're going to leave it blinking or what we're going to have saved there. We might do a little branding and make it even simpler so the customer understands what it is. But check it out. It's, like I said, no cost, no social security. It doesn't take it, and it's easy to use.
Yeah. The next one we'll talk about is how we offer auto insurance quotes through Woop.
So we did have a company called Salty, and we switched. I don't know the exact time frame, but once a year. And so this company's a little different. It's what the process is doing. They're just making sure that you have the right coverage first. But we can give you a quote on the spot. Say you're a new first-time buyer, have never had insurance before. We can help you compete against multiple insurance companies, like 15 different insurance companies, get you the best quote. Like I said, I think we talked about it a while back on one of our first podcasts about how much money you waste on insurance. So why we use these companies is because you can save. I think the average Woop could save is $650 a year, right?
That's 49. Yeah, I would say.
So I'm on it. So that's the whole point, is to really shop your insurance, and they could also bundle and all that stuff and find you a better deal to save you money. What's better than saving money? But the cool thing about Woop is they have this software where they go in, they reach out to you, and they make sure you have the right coverage on things. Because some brokers and some insurance companies are not putting the right coverage you need, and especially not for the state. The state requires a very high coverage, and you're getting these quotes from some of these local shops saying like, oh, you have this coverage, but it's actually not substantial for the state of New York. And so they're going in there, checking, and they're verifying if they have their insurance. They move on, and they might say, hey, you can save $50, $25 a month, or $500 a year if you just switch here, and we can also help you bundle on your other vehicles or whatever, or your home and all that stuff.
So no motorcycle. This is information for me too, not just the consumers, but where you said not the right coverage for the state like that New York requires. What would happen in the event of an accident if you don't have the proper coverage?
Yeah, so it becomes a major issue. So if you don't have the right coverage, it can lead to fines and all that, and tickets. But New York State is like full coverage, and obviously you're protecting people because medical's expensive. And if you don't have the right coverage, and also in the winter time gets pretty dangerous. You can understand why New York requires the full.
Makes sense. But in terms of like the medical that it covers, you can see the breakdown in your policy.
Yeah, and also we could bring up on the screen and show like what New York State requires and stuff like that. You can show it, and then Woop has their information on there if you want to show that on the screen as well.
What are the steps that you have to fill out when you click on the Woop on our website?
So if you want to shop for insurance, you just go on Woop, and it takes a few minutes to fill out, just like the old one, Salty, and then you just put your information, the vehicle. We can do it for you.
Is it like name, VIN number?
Yeah, name, VIN number, your vehicle. You can bring that up and show the breakdown too. It's 2 seconds to fill out. It's just as fast as the 700 credit. And then they'll get you a quote, competitive quotes. Like I just did one for my fiance's car. I think they got back to me in 5-10 minutes, 15 minutes. Yeah, you don't even really have to talk to anyone. So this part, like, simple. Like you don't want to get simple for insurance. Especially our staff, they love it. Our team loves it because you don't have to talk to anyone. But the other side of Woop is you do your deal. Woop has the technology. We have the technology and the links with them. What they're doing is they're checking to make sure your insurance company, say you have one, or hey, my friend Joe has an insurance company. He always does my company. They're just checking the policy to make sure it fits the state and your needs. And they'll verify it. If they verify it, they move on, and they might just send if they'd be like, hey, by the way, you could use it here. You could say for switch also, hey, use Travelers, you might save a couple dollars. But if not, and they say that's the best rate, they'll say, hey, you have perfect coverage. Here you go, and enjoy the vehicle.
You're all set.
So it's
just get to see some art. Yeah, what sounds like.
It's just really it's a great check too. Like who doesn't want to know that you have the right coverage and the people driving your vehicles or at your house are covered correctly. It's just your kids driving. It's nerve-wracking. They need to be covered in those situations. So
I think one of the biggest parts of our page that's probably underlooked by a lot of people is our careers page. Yeah. And the reason why I say that is because we've talked with some of our managers within the company on our podcast to ask them about what is their advice for people trying to get into the auto industry. So the reason why I say that's such an underlooked tool on our website is when you click on that, granted, we have information on there that you can read, like a whole description. We have we have a hiring video, like with some interviews from our employees, I think is in the video. But why I say it's such a great tool is when we asked my dad, like our service manager or director at Chevy, it was how do you recommend them getting the auto industry? And he simply just said, just apply. So our career page is very simple. The apply now is at the top.
So let me touch on this. So we actually are in the process of revamping that. So it is so careers page, I should say careers resume / recruiting page. It's going to turn into. We partnered with a new company for payroll. It's UKG. We've upped our Glassdoor and Indeed platforms to all link. It'll be all linked into our website. So this way we can really recruit. We can really have the breakdown in full and be interactive with those websites. So we could really get all the people in one area. So our managers and our team could filter through and also look, but also give everyone an opportunity and a place that's comfortable for someone looking for a job to interact with. Ours right now is it's a little older. We do have a great video that shows careers and all the different people that work here. And we always try to do that and show everyone because, I mean, I'm a true believer. I know I'm a Healey, but this is one of the greatest places to work on the planet. We really love everyone, and everyone is family. It's a core value from our culture.
Here it shows.
Yeah, and we try to make everyone Healey family, whether it's consumer, our team. It's one big family. So that will be getting revamped. Everything will be able to link together into our payroll system, Indeed, Glassdoor. So it's going to get even better. And it's people are hard to come by sometimes, and we wanted to make it so easy for them to connect with us, interact with us, and know what's open. But like you said, there's no better thing. Just apply. We actually prefer it that way. You kind of put our own Healey spin on you, teach you the ways we do business, the way we interact with consumers, and really rub off it so you could see the full picture because of how to operate. Because some people that come from other stores or longevity somewhere else or a different industry or different dealership, they come over and they want to, and we love outside, and they put their touch, but sometimes they're a little rough around the edges and they don't do things that we do at Healey, and it takes a little longer. We have something fresh, like Kia, for example. Almost everyone that was sales there didn't come from sales.
And I think James talked about it. I think it was James, or he almost said he prefers it that way.
Yeah, we love hospitality industry too.
In terms of just being able to train them from the jump of how we handle it rather than what you said, remotely, and just trying to get through them to change their process. But regardless of what exact position you're looking to do, like what's your dream job, dream position, we'll start you anywhere, and then we'll train you to move you up the chains, regardless of what position you truly want. We'll start you anywhere. We'll train you to get there.
Yeah, exactly. And we want you to have a career here. Yeah. We don't want you to just be at one stop and then you move on. We want you to grow, and that's why also another amazing opportunity. If you're at one store, you want to become a manager, and something opens up and you work your way up, you can move to those transfer manager. So one thing I want to touch on that's going to be really great about the digital experience for sending in your resume or interacting with us looking for a job is going to be the tech part of it, technicians, they are so important in our industry, and they really what make a dealership go around, and we can't thank them enough. And we go to these events at like Lincoln Tech, but this way we'll have a great digital experience that interlocks with our payroll, so our manager can see it right away, their resume and what they want to do. It'll be on Indeed, and they'll be able to see all the listings, and we'll be able to interact with them that way, talk to them, and find them where they're comfortable. Glassdoor is another great one too. So this will really vamp up our recruiting for them. And then when we go to these events, they can easily interact with us in seconds. Instead of like, sometimes I feel like we go there, we're sign sheets and all that stuff. So we're always looking for technicians, but this way it just makes it a million times better. We can find out where technicians are in our area because it's using analytics on their systems, and it's going to interact with our website at the same time. So it's going to be absolutely phenomenal. It's going to be great customer experience for someone looking to start their career at Healey and be a part of our team. So we're really excited about that happening. Hopefully Q1 we get it done by, but it's a slow process. We're brand new with UKG, so employees are still even learning how to use the app. I'm sure both of you guys still learn how to. But it's new, guys. Bear with it. Change is okay. Change happens at Healey Brothers, and we need to adapt with the times and get better and better. Technology is part of it. So that's another big part. We're not afraid to try things digitally and grow and adapt and change. Can't be scared of change, and Healey Brothers will change for the better and for a better consumer experience, better for our team. So it's
the cool thing about the change with UKGs, just since you mentioned it, was granted, like a lot of people it's not on their profile yet because it just haven't happened. but you'll see your full job history from like what positions you've had. You'll see your reviews. Like if you had a review within the year, you'll see the notes of what, you know, you talked about and what happened within your review. You'll see your start date. So like ADP, you didn't really have the access to all that information, but now with UKG, you have all the access to that, and it's pretty cool to see.
Yeah, just gotta bear with the change. It's always a learning curve, but we're also here to help you. We're updating our HR department too, and like I said, we're becoming more recruiting, helping you, building your career, and creating longevity at Healey Brothers. And it's going to start with that digital experience, and then working to obviously people on people. Like nothing better than that. So it's going to be hopefully sooner rather than later we get this all done on the career page, because it's very important to us, and I think very important to the person looking for a job. You need to have that experience, at least to start.
I think that's really the majority of the big tools that are very useful for consumers. So unless you can think of any other ones on the website.
Yeah, I mean, there's other big perks about our website. You can also always learn about our community page and what we're doing in the community and engaging with new things coming out. We pride ourselves on community, so that we always have that. And it's under About on the main website. It's also on our other, we call them the factory websites as well. Then we also have great pages and features as well, like the 48-hour return policy. If you don't drive more than 200 miles, and if you don't drive more than 200 miles and return your car for you, so we'll take it back. You could swap it out. We work with you, but that's another peace of mind. Like what's better than that, especially on a used, like if you're worried about a used car because you don't know if someone else drove it before you and all that stuff. So it's definitely peace of mind there.
You know, I actually got a question on YouTube about this. So if it's a new vehicle and someone is returned within the 48 hours, do we resell it as a new vehicle still, or is it a used vehicle?
Yeah, so if we're returning it and it hasn't gone to like the DMV or been through the factory yet, it can get unwound.
Okay. Just because I had a shot recently on someone commenting on a YouTube video.
Yeah, so return it, we'll take it back. Yeah, so there are little parts of it, but yeah,
I think that's really it for the tools on our website.
Yeah, so like I said, and you can always ask questions. It's the best way. Chatting, texting, we're available.
And that chat is right in the bottom right corner.
Yep. And then on the mobile, it sits on the side, which most people are mobile nowadays. I think our website's at 80% mobile on the main one. A little lower on the factory sites. Reach out to us on social media, whatever it is.
The website, try it out.
We're trying to have the greatest, the best and brightest and most phenomenal digital experience for the consumer. So, yeah, if you have any opinions, let us know too. We're always looking to get better, simplify the process, and cater to every single consumer. That's our job, and we want you to enjoy it.
Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, hit that subscribe button, and follow us at Healey Brothers on all social platforms.